Hello my dear students, this video is the continuation of the topic economy under the Islamic State. This is the topic of chapter 4 of class 11th history, that is Central Islamic land. In the previous video we discussed about the two topics of the economy, that is agriculture and urbanization, and in this video we will discuss the topic commerce. That is the medium of exchange or how the trade was done under the Islamic State. So, geography favor Islamic empire for the purpose of trade. How the geography favors? Because there was the monopoly of the Islamic State or the monopoly of the Arab traders for around 500 years. There was the monopoly of the Arab state for 500 years in a maritime trade between India, China and Africa as well as the Europe. In all this region there was the monopoly of the Arab state till the Mediterranean Sea. India, China and Africa up to the Mediterranean Sea. And from the Mediterranean Sea to that of the Europe, the trade was in the hand of the Jewish traders. Okay, how the geography favored them? Because from the Indian Ocean till the Mediterranean Sea, there was the monopoly of the Arab traders. Now students, for studying in detail about all these things, about the trading routes and the important seaport, we must have to know about the geography. So firstly we discuss about geography. One more thing, maritime trade. Maritime trade, in those days there was no airway for doing the trade, and the cheapest way of the cheapest route for the trade was said to be the water route, and the trade through the water is known as the maritime trade. Okay, now see student, this is India, Africa and Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea is a very important place. From here on this side is the Europe. Okay, see, this is Red Sea and this is Persian Gulf. In between these is the Arabia Peninsula. These two are the very important ports, very important places for the trade. When the merchant came from India through the sea route, these two ports in the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea are of very much importance. From here the goods came from India to here, and from here on the land route they come to till the Mediterranean Sea, and from Mediterranean Sea that further trade was carried out by the Jewish traders. Okay, now students, see, in the Mediterranean Sea the important port is here. I have written one, that is this is the port of Alexandria. For the European trade, the Arab merchant came till here, that is the Alexandria port, and from here the Jewish traders took up the goods to the Europe. Okay, and in the previous video while we were discussing about the garrison town, the new cities established for the Arab soldiers, I took up the name of the two new cities which were established in the region of Egypt. Those two cities were the Cairo and Fustat, as I told you. The location is here. Here is Cairo and here is Fustat. And you will see later on the importance of Cairo increase so much because it is on the trading route from India and from Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea. So Cairo became the important center of power as well as of the commerce. That's why its importance increased. So these are the garrison town which I told you in the previous video. New cities established in the region of Egypt, and the important cities, as I told you, which were established during the in the region of Iraq were the, as I told you, Kufa and Basra. Kufa and Basra here in by the side of the Persian Gulf. So you will see the importance of Basra. Basra is the port town. That's why it was also important for the purpose of the trading port. Okay, so now come back to the topic of the commerce or the trade. as I was telling you that there was a benefit for the Arab traders, geographical benefit, because the area from the Indian Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea was occupied by them, and they were monopolized to have a trade in this region. No other traders did the trade before it was the time before the coming of the European traders. Okay. Trade passed through two important routes. What were those two important routes? One is the Red Sea and another is the Persian Gulf. From Indian Ocean or the Arab Sea, when the traders came, merchant came, then important routes, trading route, Persian Gulf and Red Sea. Remember, this is beyond the Arab. This is on the downside of India. Therefore, it is known as Indian Ocean. Why it is known as Arabian Sea? Because here is the Arabian Peninsula. That's why the sea is known as the Arabian Sea. Okay. In the Red Sea, two important ports are there. One is the fourth and fifth one. Fourth is the Adhab and fifth is the Aden. This passage is also this passage is also known as the Gulf of Aden, because this is Aden port and this is Adhab. So these two are the important ports on the Red Sea, on the side of the Red Sea. Okay, remember, Adhab and Aden. And on the Persian Gulf, the important ports are, one, as I told you, is Basra and another one is the Siraf. So these two are the important ports on the Persian Gulf. Now, high value goods suitable for long distance trade were carried from India and China, and they were carried to this region, the region of the Arabian Peninsula, and from here up to the Europe. And these important good or the precious good, like that of the spices, textile, gunpowder and porcelain. What is porcelain? Porcelain is the bone china. चीनी मिट्टी के बने हुए जो चीजें होते हैं, that is known as the porcelain. It was carried from China. Spices and textile were carried from the India. Okay, so till now what we studied? We studied that there was the monopoly of the Arab traders on the important ports. You also studied about the geography. Red Sea, Persian Gulf, important trading ports on the side of these. And you also studied about the location of the garrison town, new cities established in the region of Egypt. And those two were as I told you, Cairo and Fustat, and in the region of Iraq were the Kufa and Basra. Okay. An important port on Red Sea, I told you, is the Adhab and Aden, and on the Persian Gulf are the Basra and Siraf. Okay, till here. Now we proceed further. Now when the traders or the merchant carried the good from India and China till the Persian Gulf or the Red Sea, when suppose the goods came here, from here it came through the sea route, that is through the maritime trade. And by coming at the port of the like Basra or the Siraf, then the further trade was carried by on the overland trade through the land route, on the back of on the caravans of the camels, with the help of a camel, because this is the region of the desert because of the Arabian Peninsula. So here the trade was carried by the camel. So what route was followed by the in the land route? It was, as I told you, the old city from Basra, that is to the this is Baghdad, then Damascus, here like this. Baghdad, this is Baghdad, then Damascus, then Aleppo. Okay, and from here it can further go to the Europe, or the trade to Europe is from here also through the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, this is the trade route in this way. Now in Mediterranean and at Mediterranean and here, the export to Europe the export of Europe was carried through this port. This is the Alexandria port. Okay, and here the trade was in the hand of the Jewish merchant carried the further trade. In some sources, we also saw that some of the Jewish traders also carried the trade directly from here, from India to that of the Europe. These things we got to know from the sources of the Jews, which is known as the Geniza book, Geniza collection. Now student, what is Geniza collection? Geniza collection is like that, the sacred collection means there are sacred books of the Jews, and it was said that it is not good to destroy those books. So there is a place where all the important papers and the sacred books paper which get which is no more in use were kept in at a certain locked place or a room. So that place where all these papers related to the Jewish religion, religious book or the important papers were kept which were no more in use, that is known as the Geniza. And the collection over there is known as the Geniza collection. Okay. So from the Geniza collection we came to know that some of the Jewish traders also carried the trade directly from India to that of the Europe. Now, as I told you, the caravans is a group of merchants. When the people, in the early time, the people used to travel in a group, and that group is known as the caravan or the karwa in Urdu. Okay, the caravan whenever passes through the Makkah. Where is Makkah? Arab Peninsula. Here is Makkah, Medina. Okay, whenever these caravans pass through the Makkah, and it was the season when the season coincide, like it was the time of the Hajj for the Muslim and the time for the traders to move through this ocean, through the Arabian Sea to India. Then these caravans became bigger because the pilgrimage who want to go from India to that of the Arabia or from some other place to Arabia, they also joined the caravan. So at that time these trading caravans became bigger. Now from 10th century, the sea route gained importance. Which sea route gained importance? That is Cairo. And it was due to why the Cairo gained the importance. It was due to as I told you, it became an important economic commercial center as well as the important center of the power. That's why it gained the importance as a center of power and the commerce. Now this you studied from India up to Africa or the Arabian Peninsula and up to Europe, how the trade was carried out. Now we study now I will tell you about the Silk Route. Silk Route के बारे में आपने सुना होगा. What is Silk Route? It is the route of a trade from here, from Arabia or from India to that of the China. Okay. So how the trade was carried through a overland trade. This is what we study about the maritime trade, sea trade. Now about the land trade. How the land trade carried to China and up to the Russia. So towards east, caravans of Iranian merchants set out from Baghdad. This is Baghdad, 10th one. Here is Baghdad. Okay. Baghdad following the Silk Route up to China. Silk Route up to China. How? What is the passage from Baghdad to Bukhara and then Samarkand and then China. This is Baghdad to Bukhara, then come up Samarkand and then to China. This is the Silk Route. Okay. And through this Silk Route, the land trade was carried by the Arab merchant, and in that the many important goods, including the paper, was carried from China to that of the Arab state. Because as you know, China was the first to invent the paper. Now, Transoxiana also form important commercial network to Russia. Where is Transoxiana? Transoxiana in this region, Kazakhstan and the Turkish, the region of Kazakhstan and the nearby this, that is the Afghanistan region. From here, the trade was carried to that of the Russia also. And in Russia, the important item to be exported was that of the fur. There was a fur trade as well as the slave trades. fur as well as the slave trade was carried out to the Russia. And the slave trade was that of the slave were both the male slaves as well as the female slaves of the Turkish origin, and they were sold in the market over there, and they were bought from there for the court of the Sultan and the that of the Caliph. So at that time there was not the concept of a servant, paid servant. So in their place, as we are having our maids in house nowadays, at that time there was a system of a slavery. Means you buy a person as a slave and you keep them at your home to doing all the household work. So there was a slave trade also at that time. Okay students, now till here you studied about the trading route and the item to be traded. Okay, after this, one of the important topic which is along with this is the medium of exchange, or you can also say it as the method of payment. Method of payment. Student, this is the very important contribution of the Arab merchant or the Arab state to the medieval time period. How? Because you saw that it was only during the time of the Islamic State, the establishment of the Islamic State, that the use of the money was started as a medium of exchange. You saw that the coins of gold, silver and other metals were started to be used during this period only, during the medieval time period. So it was the contribution of the Arab traders in the field of the commerce to initiate this thing, the mode of the method of payment. Okay, the gold you saw that was taken from the Africa as well as the region of Sudan. The gold was taken for making the coin from here. The silver came from the region of the Central Asia. This is the Central Asian region. Okay. Apart from that, we also saw that other important metals were also came from the side of the Europe. Here's the Europe. As the medium of the exchange, mode of payment, because many goods were exported from here by the Arab traders to that of the Europe, and in exchange they got the precious metal as the mode of payment by the Europeans. So the important metals also like gold or other precious stones also came from Europe. Okay, now this is all about the use of the money or the coins of various metal, gold, silver and others. Now one more contribution was that apart from the use of the money or the coin, one important the important mode of exchange was also initiated by the Arab traders, that is known as the letter of credit. Letter we are discussing method of payment. So method of payment, one is the money. Money means coins in gold, silver, others. Second one is the letter of credit. What is letter of credit? Letter of credit is like that of a check system. It was also initiated by the Arab traders. And another way of doing the trade or the exchange was that of the bill of exchange. It was also initiated by the Arab trader. Now you asked what is bill of exchange. Students, bill of exchange is you understood it in a simple way as I sold something to you of the worth rupees 1000 and you are not giving me the payment at that time. You have given me paper signed by you, and in that it was written the due date on which you will give me the payment. that is known as the bill of exchange. Means in exchange of the good, you are giving me a bill for promising me for giving the payment on certain date. That is known as the bill of exchange. So all these things were initiated by the Arab traders. So these were the things which were given by the or greatest contribution of the Muslim world to that of the medieval economy. And this thing also benefit the traders in another way. That was that there was earlier there was a danger of a robbery or other thing while passing through the trading route. While their caravan goes through, there was a person like that of the decors and other who took over all the money from them. Now by the initiation of this system, letter of credit like check and the bill of exchange, now this danger also got over. So student, this is all about the commerce. In this topic you studied about the trading route, trading item as well as the mode of payment, method of payment. Thank you.